Oh my God. Scottie Scheffler in jail. Straight to jail, right away.
Right
No
to
messing
jail.
around from those Louisville police.
You drive past a traffic stop, straight to jail, right away. It's
I cannot
absolutely insane.
believe.
So I got to start off by saying you're usually up before I am. And although I'm on the East Coast, so I woke up a little bit later, I was seeing all this unravel on social media and you were not awake, which had me shook because you're usually always awake. But I was seeing this stuff and I did not think it was real. Obviously, you think it's some sort of joke. You're like, all these people on Twitter are like, is this the Onion? Like, is this a satire? What is going on here? So it was, in fact, very real. Should we just start with the situation for those who I don't think anybody's not seen it at this point, correct?
No, I wouldn't think so. But basically, Scottie Scheffler he thought directed to go around. So someone was struck, unfortunately, an employee of either Valhalla or the PGA was struck by one of the buses because they bus a ton of people in and out of these tournaments. So somebody was struck by the bus and killed. So there's a bunch of cop cars, obviously, all around. Scotty thought that since he had his marked car, he could just go around it and essentially get into the tournament. Like this is at 5 a.m. I mean, this is 3 hours before his tee time. Luckily, tee times were delayed for everyone. I mean, you saw video. I don't know if you saw it. There was a video of Will Zalatoris and I believe
Cam Young.
Cam Young walking on the street. Like they felt like us every time we try to park for a tournament. We're just trying to walk in from some random ass spot.
That was after the whole Scottie Scheffler incident because they obviously didn't want to deal with the same thing that Scottie Scheffler went through.
Greg, the downfall begins for your boy.
Dude, okay, so we have yet to find the video clip, but for those of you who watch our pod and listened a couple weeks ago, I did say that Scottie needed to get arrested for me to like him, basically, for him to endear himself to me, and he has done that now. So he has gained a fan this morning. Let's put it that way. I am now a Scottie Scheffler fan, especially like being arrested rattles you to your core. Obviously, Scottie's a choir boy. He's never even been arrested or gotten close to it in his life. So I can only imagine him getting thrown in handcuffs had to throw him for a fucking loop. And whatever he does today, if he goes out and shoots 3-4 under par, I'm going to be flabbergasted. Like the solace that dude has, just the presence. I can't even begin to explain. Like I would have to withdraw. I would not be able to fucking contain myself.
Yeah. So talk to us about what it's like to be booked and detained and then try to get on the golf course.
I could explain it. I was inebriated at the time.
I think Scottie Scheffler, I think he was released a little quicker than they got you.
There's no reason to keep him in the drunk tank. Well, and so one of the best fuck you, by the way. One of the best tweets I saw this morning was, imagine you get thrown in the drunk tank in Louisville and you wake up and Scottie Scheffler is your cellmate.
You had too much fun on a Thursday night in Louisville, Kentucky, and you look over and the best golfer in the world sitting next to you.
Yes.
You think he was in the jail cell just like getting some cuts,
yeah,
the feet around?
Doing the rehearsal, like he could be like clanking a metal cup against the rails, like they used to do back in the old jail movie days.
They're showing him on his phone right now. What do you think his wife thinks about this? She cannot be happy. Like, yeah. It's we're joking around, and of course it's funny because Scottie is maybe the most chill, like easygoing guy on tour in terms of like we've talked about him being super he's obviously very into God. He's dominant right now. And so it's funny to joke around about him going to jail, but ultimately this was just a giant kind of misunderstanding. But the crazy thing is he's actually being charged with a legitimate full-on felony,
Well,
which
real quick, let me stop you. I saw a more recent report that all charges had been Gary Williams tweeted it. Let me see if I can find it. Gary Williams is from
well, real quick, here's what the original charges were.
yes.
Disregarding signals from officers directing traffic, reckless driving, criminal mischief, third degree, criminal mischief, and Scottie Scheffler.
Well,
Those
and
things do not
assault
match
was
up. And
assaulting a
then
police officer on there.
second, yeah, and the final one was second degree assault of a police officer, which is considered a felony.
So I think he just tried to drive his car away. Well, they said that the cop like attached himself to the car.
Yeah, I want to know what
Can you
happened there.
imagine Scotty whiskey throttling it through the fucking traffic stop and the cop is hanging off the side of his courtesy car? Like, what is going on?
Well, dude, he's always driving that fucking 1990s Suburban. So when he gets in one of these ranges that the PGA is providing him, he's like, let's whiskey, let's go.
He's like, this thing has a turbo in it.
I'm invincible.
Well, okay. So Gary Williams tweeted the notation of disposed charges is significant. So they already updated his rap sheet, I guess you would call it. I don't know what else, the police report. And now the list of the charges just says indicates disposed charges. So I think what that means is they've been removed from the docket. Like they're no longer like they must have already like dropped the charges. Like just happened that quickly.
Well, don't you think Scotty shouldn't have gotten a "Do you know who I am" in there at some point? Like,
well, that is the ultimate like good guy move. Is he didn't even throw that out there. And the other fact is that the cops didn't even know who they were arresting, which is absolute banana land. Let's go back to the beginning here because we've heard from day one. I saw from the practice round from day one yesterday that the logistics surrounding Valhalla are a nightmare. Like, I guess there's like one lane in, one lane out, or maybe 2 lanes in, 2 lanes out. But the lines for spectators are like a mile long, getting in and out of there. And we saw it like firsthand this year at the Waste Management. Like that was the biggest cluster we've ever dealt with. Getting in and out of there takes an hour, if not an hour and a half plus. So it sounds like logistically speaking, this was not well set up. And then so you're dealing with the spectator that lost, or I'm sorry, the employee that lost his life, which is very unfortunate. That's not a laughing matter whatsoever. But then you've got all these cops around, none of which are aware of the situation of who's coming, going, because they don't just give these courtesy cars to anybody. They only give them to players. And it just so happens that it wasn't Aaron Rye. It wasn't one of these PGA professionals that was rolling in. It was the best player in the world. It was the number one, the most famous player in all of golf right now. And they have no idea who this dude is. And I'm not going to get political here, but it definitely felt like a bit of a power trip by the cop when you see the video from Jeff Darlington and they go, he's going to jail right now. Like they just didn't ask any questions, did not care to fucking look into it any further. They're just like, he's going to jail. Like it seems like a little bit of a overuse of authority there.
that never happens though.
No, that's well, and it's actually funny because Dan Lebitard tweeted, this might be what it takes to get prison or cop reform or something like that. This might be
the last straw in the reform of the cops. Is Scottie Scheffler going to jail for? Well, I wish we had a video of him actually, quote unquote, the second degree assault charge. Like, is this cop like stick his hand in the car and get dragged a couple of feet? Said he went 10 yards. So the equivalent of 1/10 of a sand wedge, with the cop maybe struck by hanging onto his car.
A little chip shot away.
Dude, what if all right, so Scotty's about to tee off number 10. So he had to go obviously walk around. His morning routine got completely fucked up. What if he just pulled like a hungover bachelor party second day, just cold top right off the tee?
Just hits it right onto the cart path in front of him. Well, I want to unpack a few of the social media tweets because I'm never deleting Twitter or X, whatever.
Just an absolute missile.
I'm never deleting social media. I'm a little bit behind you, so give me a second. But
okay. He missed the fairway. He's definitely feeling it. He missed the fairway on the first hole. He's feeling the pressure.
That's so unlike him. But let's go through a few of our favorite tweets that we've seen this morning, because Twitter is indeed undefeated. I saw one that was like, now Scottie gets to know what it feels like as a new parent trying to play golf. You're rushed going to the golf course, you have no time to warm up, and you show up to the first tee cold. And that's how it realistically should be, because obviously he's a new dad. Joke. Patrick Reed, I just saw a picture of Patrick Reed. He should have complied.
Oh my God. Scottie Scheffler handshake LMPD, needing 67 shots to finish the job.
Wow, that's almost that's too far.
This is even better. So John, 55 minutes ago, John Daly has withdrawn from the PGA Championship due to a thumb injury. Somebody quote tweeted and goes, John Daly saw the traffic and all the cops and said, fuck this, let's go to Hooters.
John Daly probably thought it was a DUI sting. He's probably still blowing hot from last night. He's like, I can't afford to do this shit again. He fucking hangs a U out of there.
This normally doesn't happen. Normally we get right through without any question.
Mark Hubbard, and I did notice this on the police report. Did you notice Scottie's weight that they listed?
170?
Yeah, that
somebody goes, Scottie's only 170. God, I'm fat.
Yeah, Mark Hubbard said that. And imagine like the presence of mind, because they didn't weigh him. They just asked him what he weighed. Imagine having the presence of mind to be arrested and saying you weigh like 10 pounds less than you actually do. He's like, well, I weighed 170 before the baby came. I've been eating a lot more popcorn and candy since then, but let's just call it 170. Another one, Full Swing season 3 with Rory getting divorced and Scottie getting locked up. This show fucking rocks. Season 3 is going to do numbers. I hope that they had the Netflix cameras up close and personal. Another thing to cover, the owner of the golf course came and picked him up from jail and personally escorted him to the golf course. Like, what kind of pull do you need to have? Another fantastic tweet I saw was, imagine getting arrested, released, and making your tee time. That's the most white thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. There's so much gold happening on social media.
I think Scottie Scheffler has single-handedly won the player impact program for tweet engagement with his name on it this morning.
Yes. Holy shit. I mean, all you see all over social media is videos, pictures.
All right, here's the official statement from Scottie Scheffler to Jeff Darlington, who Jeff Darlington almost FAFO'd and got himself arrested too, as he's taken these videos out here of Scottie Scheffler being detained. Statements from Scottie Scheffler to me, quote, this morning I was proceeding as directed by police officers. It was a very chaotic situation, understandably so, considering the tragic accident that occurred earlier, and there was a big misunderstanding of what I thought I was being asked to do. I never intended to disregard any instructions. I'm hopeful to put this aside and focus on golf today. Of course, all of us involved in the tournament express our deepest sympathies to the family and the man who passed away in the earlier incident this morning. It truly puts everything into perspective.
Of course, he's just a consummate pro, and he talks like a lawyer already like briefed him on what to say. But I will say, and that is kind of the wild thing, is it did not feel like he was really in the wrong. I mean, and that is the crazy thing, is like a little traffic stop. And actually Michael Kim, one of our favorite follows on Twitter, he said, I will never I will never proceed through a traffic stop like that again. And I have done that multiple times. And obviously, everybody at some point or another on the PGA Tour has done that. So, pretty wild to think that of like just the coincidence of all people that Scottie Scheffler happens to get pulled over for all of this, and then everything happened the way it happened afterwards. But uh, I I I just don't even really like have the words. I know this is a podcast and we're supposed to be talking about it, but I'm in complete shock. So Scotty's about to hit his second shot here. Sounds like your son is having a good time in the background. What's he doing?
He's having a great time.
Okay.
Enjoying some eggs.
Laying up from the right rough. Okay, laid it up in the fairway. If he goes out and birdies number 10, that's what I was like, if this dude somehow remains unrattled by this whole situation, my respect for him will just grow tenfold.
Well, yeah, I mean, yesterday he was obviously being televised on his first hole, and his first hole after becoming a dad and all the stories of him, basically sleeping on those shitty couches. I know what that's like at the hospital, all that good stuff. He comes out and just cans the first approach shot. I think that was probably one of the most unbelievable shots we've ever seen in golf.
Oh, yeah, that's a microcosm of his career thus far. He just oversteps all expectations that everybody has for him. Here's a legit question. Would you rather sleep a night in jail or a night on the hospital couches?
Well,
you haven't been to jail.
We have to workshop this. You haven't been on the hospital couches yet.
One of us has been in a jail cell. One of us has been on a hospital couch. Honestly, I would say jail beds are not very comfortable. They don't provide you with a whole hell of a lot. Freedom also comes into play there, so you have zero freedom in the jail cell. So I would probably pick hospital couch, but honestly, you're getting nothing but peace and quiet in that jail cell. Like in a hospital, you never know when the kids come in, who's screaming at you, what nurses need what from you. Your wife's reading you the riot act, saying shit she doesn't even remember she said to you. Like their peace and quiet is truly something you cannot put a dollar amount on. So for that reason, maybe take the jail cell.
For that reason, I'm taking jail.
Yeah,
I woke up this morning before it happened, and then I ended up going back to sleep. So and then you texted me and were like, I can't believe you're sleeping through this. And honestly, I thought it was completely fake too. I did not think like this is the last player. There was somebody's tweet that's like, if you told me one of the PGA Tour players at the PGA Championship got arrested, I would have gone through basically every guess before getting to Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah, he legitimately would have been the last one on the list of people you'd think would get arrested. Somebody tweeted updated mugshot of Scottie Scheffler. Put the green jacket on him with the orange jumpsuit.
That's so good.
Also just absolutely insane that they legitimately booked him in, made him strip down, did a cavity search on him, I'm sure. Somebody's checking out everything that he's got already this morning. Like he's got to be in a blender right now. His mind has got to be in 1,000 different places.
Marty Smith found Scottie and said, Scottie, any comment on what happened this morning? And he just goes, love you, Marty.
Dude, that shit gets you emotional. You get arrested, you start thinking about your entire life. I will say that I did see Marty Smith running up to the car. They had it was like almost like an OJ view of the car. They had like a drone or something on the car that Scottie was arriving in. And Marty Smith was standing outside of the clubhouse and like ran over to the car and then was like, looked like he was trying to grab Scottie's clubs out of the back of it for him. Like he was, yeah. Oh yeah. The Photoshop tear on Scottie's face. Antonio Brown's tweets just out of pocket. He already tweeted the picture of Scottie with the teardrop. But I will say, so they were talking to oh my God, he hits it to a foot. This dude is just a machine. This guy
I
is
mean,
unbelievable.
he's Tiger Woods. He's the new Tiger Woods, and he's taking that to a whole new level by just when you have an idol and you just want to be exactly like them.
Yeah.
Now
He's
it's
cosplaying as Tiger Woods.
Friday morning mug shots. He should go just hit that in with his fucking wedge.
Just go tap in with the wedge.
I saw some videos remember when he turned his hat backwards at I believe the US Open when it was raining and he
Oh
had
yeah.
the brown jacket on. It was like Scottie showing these guys how bad I really am, or Scottie this morning, and it shows him like the video of him turning his hat backwards.
Oh my God. So they were talking to who's that caddy? Michael Collins, the ESPN dude that reports for, or the golf guy that reports for ESPN, the former caddy. And they were talking about like what implications this could have for him on tour. So it's a unique situation because this is not a PGA Tour sanctioned event. This is a PGA sanctioned event, but the PGA Tour could still rule that this is like conduct unbecoming of somebody on the PGA Tour. And yeah, 1 under through 1, absolutely insane. Greggy, your boy did himself the biggest favor. I got the Tiger Scottie mugshot ordered. Oh my God. I am now officially a Scottie Scheffler fan. We will find the clip, we will hunt it down, but I can now say I will root for Scottie Scheffler. He's going to be added to the betting card. He is reverse blacklisted himself, in my eyes, but it will be interesting to see what the PGA Tour rules, if they find any quote unquote conduct unbecoming or anything like that, if they want to suspend him, if they want to do anything like that to him. So just a truly, truly insane situation.
Yeah, I still like can't wrap my brain around this entire thing happening because
and the fact too that he would have missed his tee time this morning if it wouldn't have been for the delay. Like he obviously if there wouldn't have been a delay, he probably wouldn't have gotten arrested. But at the same time, if he would have gotten
like the circle of life.
No delay, he would have missed his tee time.
Yeah, he got delayed he got arrested because there was a delay. Had there been no delay, he doesn't get arrested, and we don't have this incredible news cycle on a Friday morning at a major. What if he misses this?
This will be the true test. I mean, he's already not good inside of 3 feet.
He didn't have to putt once yesterday on the first hole yesterday, so bucket.
He made it.
No problem. Just birdieing the first hole, not 2.5 hours fresh out the clink.
I heard somebody when he was walking to the range, somebody goes, "You're not a criminal, Scottie."
Yeah, I heard that too.
Oh my God.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Can you imagine, like, he's already one of the most well-liked dudes in golf right now, if not the most well-liked dude. Can you imagine the people rallying around him? Like, this is the ultimate galvanizing of two separate crowds, of like the misfit crowd, me, and then the goody two shoes crowd coming together to root for Scottie. Like he could run for president at this point. Like he's covered everybody. Everybody likes this guy.
I think he's gained an absolute boatload of fans today because there's people out there like you that I've already succumbed to his greatness and become a fan, but you were holding out, and now we absolutely have to find the clip where you said he gets arrested because I want to see what we said about that, and then
I did
it with the mug shot at the end of it.
Yeah, I did say that he needed to get I didn't say he needed to get a DUI. I just said I don't know how it's going to happen, but he needs to get arrested. So we definitely 1000% need to find that clip, because it's also like when I said that, I was 1000% kidding, but then life has just this way of creating things so unexpected that you could never in a million years imagine what just happened this morning. So I manifested that. I spoke that shit into existence.
Yeah, it's you this may be your most insane manifestation job of your entire life. Against absolutely all odds, you said that with zero confirmation in your heart that that could ever happen.
Yes.
And here we are.
That might go down as my best take in the history of all my shitty takes. And it obviously came to fruition this morning. So you throw shit out there and obviously you don't expect it to come to fruition, but this take happened and I could never be more satisfied with me being correct.
Well, here's another tweet from Tom Martin, and it's a picture of Jim Nance, and it's just saying, it just quotes, "A champion in the second degree."
I saw another one with Jim Nance vindication at Valhalla. Scottie Scheffler and Jim Nance. So real quick, we got to talk about too Valhalla. Do you know what that word means?
Yes, I saw it yesterday. I didn't comprehend it. Like I didn't read it and remember it, but I did read about it.
It's basically where you go in the afterlife. Like it's, I think, a form of heaven, or it's where like people. I don't know how to explain it, but I think it's a place where people think they're gonna go. Like it's another word for the afterlife. Like I'll see you. I think it was in Mad Max or something. It was like I'll see you in Valhalla. Like it is like end of days, like end of the life kind of shit.
Uh, a fallen warrior would be collected on the battlefield by a Valkyrie, then carried on horseback across Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge connecting Midgard. A warrior's guide to Valhalla.
Okay. So yes. So then there was tweets like Adam Schefter tweeted that I was fucking dying. Like my girlfriend's sitting here and she's like, "Why are you getting so much enjoyment out of this? Like you're just cracking up at everything." But so Adam Schefter tweeted that Scottie Scheffler has arrived at Valhalla, and somebody quote tweets it and goes, "They gave him the death penalty." Like,
oh my god,
people are just undefeated on social media. I have no idea what else to say, but and then wait,
this tweet real quick from Smiley Kaufman. The governor of Kentucky tweeted, "The eyes of the world are on our great Commonwealth once again. Let's welcome them to our new Kentucky home with kindness and hospitality that we're known for." Smiley Kaufman just quote tweets it and goes, "This did not age well, Andy."
Oh my god. Okay, well, I gotta read this tweet too because I quote tweeted on my own account. But Joel Beal tweeted, "Scottie Scheffler has been booked on assault of a police officer, criminal mischief, and reckless driving." And Will Bardwell quote tweets and goes, "If you think this was reckless driving and criminal mischief, just wait until speed tees off." I was like, "Holy shit, this is too good." Another fantastic one. You remember the picture of Michael Block, and just go follow us on Twitter if you're not already. Big Drive Energy. Michael Block, the picture of him in the remember when he was doing the interview where he's sitting behind the mic with, like, I forget what podcast it was. It's a picture of Michael Block, and the quote is, "I'd be in jail too if I could drive it like Scottie."
Oh yes, that was a good one.
Yes. Holy shit. Social media has just gone absolutely nuclear this morning. Shooter McGavin chimed in and tweeted the video of Arnold Schwarzenegger getting arrested and the mailman drives by. And what does he say to him? But Shooter McGavin said, "Rory driving past Scottie Scheffler this morning." This is actually Shooter, by the way, too. And then, okay, welcome to the club, Scotty. And we've got Shooter McGavin, Tiger Woods, John Daly, and Scottie Scheffler's mugshots.
I'm just flabbergasted. Like the whole thing is obviously insane, but I can't believe they actually booked him in jail, put him in there, stripped him down, made him wear the orange jumpsuit. This is another tweet, just a random person on Twitter. Krikorian B15. Dad, what happened to your first tournament after I was born? Scottie Scheffler, and it's the Vince McMahon video.
Oh shit. What
Like,
was
what do
there?
you even say about that?
No, I have no idea. I'm like beyond words. Is there anything else we want to cover? So Scotty's 1 under through 1. Let's just make a prediction.
Oh, did you see Jason Sobel tweet? Red, green, plaid, and orange. Arnold Palmer, red sweater, green Masters jacket, plaid from the RBC, and then
The orange jumpsuit.
dude, I have got to think that he deep down, if you asked, like, if you got him on the Coors Lights, if you got him on all the Coors Lights, if you need a moment to chill, drink some Coors Light. Scottie Scheffler is probably gonna drink multiple Coors Lights after this round today. If you asked him deep down, he's got to think this is hilarious. Like deep down, like past the initial depths of I hated this. Going to jail is obviously no fun. This just makes his story that much more insane. His entire golf story.
See, I think I disagree with you there. I think he is like so far into like the bit, not a bit, but he's just in so deep into what he believes. I think he feels like remorseful and like he did something wrong. Like, I think when they ask him, he'll be like, the cops did the right thing. I was in the wrong. He will 1000% own it. And he will be like, truly, he's going to like go into the confession booth for this. I know he's not Catholic, but he's going to like confess this is a sin. This is bad for him. This is being arrested.
Yeah, see, Greg's with me. It's just because it's such a ridiculous charge. It's not like he hit somebody. He's not like he's the one that hit that person.
Could you imagine
like
if that happened? Holy shit.
No, that would be a totally different world.
I don't even want to bring up that hypothetical, but let's be real. I've already seen tweets about it. This is going to be the last major championship that Valhalla ever hosts. They
set
Friday
the
morning
before, and now they're going to get caught by everyone else forever.
Yeah, like the South Park meme, and it's gone. Friday morning at Valhalla, and it's gone. Like they're never hosting another major championship here.
No, it's over. All right, yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Crazy news from Scottie Scheffler this morning. We'll be back live Sunday as the leaders and probably Scottie Scheffler.
Real quick, let's make a prediction. PGA of America got 2 lawsuits. I actually said that when I heard about the passing of this employee. Obviously very unfortunate. Our heart goes out to his family, but can you imagine what the PGA of America is going to have to pay out for that shit? They're going to have a massive lawsuit on their hands. They're going to be shelling out dollar bills. But make your prediction. Obviously, Xander Schauffele is not winning this tournament. So who's winning it?
My guy on the Bet365 card, Colin Morikawa. 5 under.
He did look very good yesterday.
He's 4 under. 5 under yesterday. He's cooking already this morning. I think Colin Morikawa is my pick after the first round on Thursday. Who's your guy? What's the percent chance Xander Schauffele actually wins this event?
I think it's about 10%. The only caveat here is if he goes and fires another super low one today, and he is like so far removed from the field that then again, like no lead is safe when you have Scottie Scheffler trailing you. But if he's got like a 7-8 shot lead after today, I think he could go on and win it. But I actually think, and this is more of a hopeful thing, I hope Tony Finau played great yesterday. He's sitting in second place. I hope he makes a run and wins it. I think that would be really cool. Yeah,
well, Tony Finau and Sahith Theegala both in there as close, like, as they've never really competed at majors. They've never been quite in contention for those.
And I will say too that they said on the broadcast this morning that they're not playing lift clean in place, and it is raining right now, so they're going to get a lot of mud balls. Bubba Watson mud ball. They're going to get a lot of mud balls today. And honestly, somebody teeing off probably in the afternoon may have a better chance if the rain stops and it dries out a little bit. I think the afternoon guys may be able to go lower today than the morning guys. So yeah, I could see Xander Schauffele shooting, another 4 or 5 under round. And if we got somebody at 13 to 15 under after 2 days at a major, that would be absolutely bananas. So,
well, there was some caddies that said on Thursday morning or late Wednesday night that they think the winner will be around 20 under. They think with the conditions that it'll be about 20 under. So Xander tied the lowest round in a major ever with 9 under, but it is clear who's getting the better. When you're really betting golf and talking about starts, little hole in one for Soderberg on the 8th hole, little dinkaroo, Sebastian Soderberg, what a name.
That's a great name.
But the guys that got the morning, afternoon wave, morning Thursday, afternoon Friday, are absolutely in the lead in terms of better conditions, because it started to get windy towards the end of yesterday, and this morning, whether you're in jail or not in jail, it's still a tough golf course to play. You can tell it's raining, it's wet, that rough's got to be impossible. So hitting the fairway is a premium.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, just the fact they're not playing lift clean in place is just on brand for the PGA of America to do this shit.
Greg, I also have Brooksy, Greg. I also have Brooksy and Colin Morikawa on my card, so I'm feeling pretty solid about that start after round 1.
I got DeChambeau, who finished eagle birdie and had a good look at par. So I feel like DeChambeau could make a run out here. And Ludwig Aberg, obviously, it looks like his knee is not doing well, but Wyndham Clark has got to get something going this morning. He's playing with Scottie. So we'll see if he can get an under par round out there this morning. But ultimately, I'd love to see Tony Finau make a run. Scottie's obviously going to be there. Mark Hubbard shot 6 under yesterday too, which is pretty badass. He's never competed at a major either. So, and we got Tom Kim at the top of the leaderboard. It's shaping up to be an interesting weekend here at Valhalla, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, tune in to Big Drive Energy YouTube on Sunday. We'll be there as the leaders hit about 15, 16, talking you through the last 3 holes of what we hope is a close tournament down the stretch. And enjoy your Friday. Now that the news has been insane this morning, maybe it'll chill out a little bit. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you on Sunday.
Peace.